Hey everyone, I am excited to have a little bit of time here with Gail Saia. And um, Gail's always impressive, but what caught my eye this month was how she talked about what Pampered Chef gave us this month in terms of a gift of the $100 in off $100 off of electrics. But before I let Gail start to talk, what I want you to know is Gail is $1 million earner. She is at $1.7 million in sales in her career. She's recruited 238 people, which have 167 have qualified. She has been with Pampered Chef 24 years.
23.
23 years.
It'll be 23 in another month or so. Yeah, the end of
November. And and she's got a wonderful career with Pampered Chef. And I have to tell you, this is the subject of another story, but she is such an inspiration when it comes to overcoming objections. So, and of course, she's going to talk about some objections and some challenges she had this month, like we all have every month, but she's going to tell us how she overcame them. And who do you have with you there? Is that Opie?
Opie.
Opie.
Hey, Opie. Opie, yeah, one of my cats. And one of them finds a laugh every time I sit down.
Yeah. Well, Gail, congratulations, first of all, on a great August.
Thank
you. So tell us why do you feel that Pampered Chef gave us a gift, and what was that gift last month?
Well, Pampered Chef, I'm sure, thought about us when they came up with this promotion, because August and May are our two slow months. We have a really hard time getting parties and getting sales because people are spending their money on back to school things in August, and they're concentrating on that. So it's really hard to get parties booked. But, I thought, wow, this gift that Pampered Chef gave us is amazing, because in their 41 years, and I've been around on about 23 of them, they have never had a sale this huge in their entire history. And they took our favorite tools that are big price and put them on sale, not just 25% off, but $100 off. To me, that was like mind blowing. And I thought, we have got to get this message out. So, my month didn't start off real good. I think I had like 3 or 4 bookings. That was it. And I thought, okay, you know what? We're going to have a good month, but we're going to have to work it every single day. And I'm going to have to take this gift that they gave me, and I'm going to have to shout it from the mountaintops. Okay, so what does that entail? That entails, let me talk about it till they're tired of hearing about it. So on my VIP page, on my regular page, on my Cooking with Gail page, all my pages, I would talk about it like every day. Okay. I would show them recipes. I did live demos constantly, and I would share it to all the groups. I was cooking in one or doing a food in one of those items every single day. Okay. Pretty much. I might have taken a break on, once or twice, but I was showing something different in it all the time. You got to have this. You got to have this. And they wanted it, and I'm thinking, okay, buy it, buy it. So I had a lot of people at the beginning of the month outright bought it. And I didn't say anything about sales or anything. I just talked about the $100 off. Is this what you want? And they were buying it. And I was selling them like crazy at the beginning of the month too. But at the end of the month, I really got crazy about it, because I thought, okay, they've been sitting here listening to me all month long, telling them about this amazing sale. It's coming to an end. Well, then you really got to pour it on. People have got to be intentional about their business. If you don't open the door to your business every single day, you're not going to have business. They're not going to stand outside and knock on the door and say, I need an air fryer. I need it. They're not coming to you. You have to get there where they make it. Oh, I want that. I need to get that from you. And then they contact you. But you've got to make it easy for them. So you got to be intentional every single day about your job, and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. Make customer care calls. Let people know what's going on. If they don't know what's going on, they're not going to be buying it. But if you've got yourself, the doors open, and you're busy all the time doing something with your business, then people are they're going to buy, book a party. You wouldn't believe how many parties I booked at the end of the month because they had heard about this sale, and they're like, oh, and I said, well, this sale's not going to be next month. And they were all going, oh, I'll wait till September. And I said, we're not going to have $100 off these appliances next month. Oh, I think they thought it's just going to keep on going. And I said, No. And they said, oh, okay, let me have the sale this month. And so 3 days or 4 days before the party, the month ended, people were saying, okay, I'll do a party. I'll do a party. And then they started doing parties. Well, guess what? That was really amazing because my month just like blew up at the last 2 weeks of the month because people were realizing it's over. But I had to tell them it's almost ending. It's ending. It's ending. You got to get these $100 products. So that was our gift that Pampered Chef gave us, and we had to go and run with it. If not, it just sat there.
Well, you're right. Pampered Chef always gives us the tools that we need, and it's just a matter. I mean, just even something simple like the 3 host bookings, for future bookings that they give us, where our host can act as our ambassador, so that people will have their show, so she gets her $50 bonus. And again, that doesn't cost us any money. And we take advantage of. I mean, that's when you're working really smart. Is when you're first of all, you're smart when you have a consistent business like you, and then you take those ideas and run with it. It's like taking training. You take training, and people are listening to you and hear. This is a form of recognition to recognize the great job you've done. But on the other hand, what we're really trying to get across here is that when they do what you do, they're going to be successful too. So take action. And you heard about this great gift, and then you took action. I know that you had a party that wasn't going so well, and again, you're a table consultant. You do your shows on table. So when you saw this show really wasn't going anywhere, what steps did you take to overcome that challenge?
Well, I have kind of got this attitude that I am not going to give up on a host because, we all had those bombing parties, and I've heard many of you say, "Oh, I had nobody came to the party, nobody did anything, the host didn't do anything." Well, you really just you don't know what her life or his life is going through. You've got to just be patient, but don't give up on them. And I found that the times that I've thought this is going to be a bomb party, I just don't give up on them, and I don't let them give up. I just say, we still got one more day, and I have to keep that positive, shiny attitude. And you know what? That's what I do. And if I don't talk to them verbally, I'll just message them and I'll make something real sunshiny and like, oh, we got another day, and you got 9 people in your party. How about let's try to double that? I just do little things that try to pump them up. So I had a party that was 0 on the last day. And I'm telling you, we had been working on this party for not very many days. And she assured me, no, I don't want to wait to September. I want to do it in August. And I said, you realize you're only going to have about 3 or 4 days. And she said, yes. And I said, you're going to have to get busy and get those people on table because it takes about 3 days to invite them. Oh, I got it. I got it. Well, let me tell you, after 3 days, she only had 9 people in the party, and nobody was buying anything. And I was doing my show just like I normally do. But I'm telling you, I just let her know on that last day, it was the 31st. And I said to her, I just got up at 7:30 that morning, and I said, I'm gonna come up with some little sunshiny message today, not like you don't have any person. I didn't want to be ugly. I just said, today's our last day, and we can get some orders today, and we can make it a party. Well, I just thought, that we were going to just get it to 200. I mean, 3 or 4 orders, I'd be happy with a $200 party. Well, I tell you what I did. I just kind of said today, all my other parties were closed. I'm going to focus on this host today. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to stalk her party. Okay. So I was constantly doing things for her party. So what I did is I didn't wait on her. I was intentional. I didn't know what she had been doing because I'd say, can I talk to you at lunch? And she would not answer me. I was just trying to talk to her so I could get her pumped up because I knew she heard my enthusiasm. She would get it motivated. Okay. But she wouldn't do that. So what I did is I said, what can I do? So instead of me sitting around waiting for a 0 party, I said, you know what? I'm going to just start messaging those people. So the day before the party, I started messaging people. Okay. I was sending them all these little text messages. The party's ending tomorrow. Be sure to support your host and check it out, the catalog. Here's the link to take you back. So I'd send them little messages like that. I just sit out there in my little lawn chair and, in the sun, and I would be doing this, this is what I do.
Tough job. It's a tough
A
job.
tough job, but it pays off. And so I did that. And I told her, I let her know I was working for her. If you let them know that you're giving them 100%, then they're going to turn around and they're not going to say, well, she's doing all the work. Then they would thank me for working hard. Okay. So then what I would do is the next day she started inviting all these people because I said, we need some more people in our party, because we kind of tapped these people out. And so she started inviting, and all of a sudden, all these people were joining table. So then I started praising her and saying, wow, look at this. We've already got 9 people that have joined us today. I mean, I had 9 people for 3 or 4 days, and now all of a sudden it became 19 people. I was blown away by it. So, I'm texting her going, great job. And she's at work, she's getting these texts from me, but I just kept working and working. So all of a sudden, we had 3 orders by noon. We had 3 orders. I'm going, this is great. We got 3 orders. Wow. The party's still not at 200, but we got 3 orders. So I start praising her. Then all of a sudden, she started, I said, oh, look at this. I've got 9 more people that have not heard from me. Let me welcome them. So I made this little message and I welcomed them all. And I said, this is the last day. We're so glad you joined us, but it's the last day. Scroll back and see what you've missed. Here's the link to shop. And here you go. So I just sent every one of those 9 people messages. Okay. So then all of a sudden they start ordering, and I leave the party for a few hours and go do something. And I come back and there's 5 more orders on there. I'm like, oh my gosh. So this party went from 0. All of a sudden we had, $500 and $600 party. It just kept going up. It kept going up. So all of a sudden, she is going nuts, going, I'm so excited. And she has pumped up now. And we're having this wonderful, I never knew we did this good and all this. So I basically was working the whole day and night. So that party that night ended at $718 party. And that lady was totally blown away. She could not believe it. She says, I was only going to have this party just to get a blender. That was the only thing. I was just going to get it to $200 to get a blender. And I have a $718 party. Do you know that I sent her a thank you note yesterday? And the lady had $1,200 and something dollars worth of products. She spent $300 and something dollars. I could not believe it. And I thanked her and said, what a great party you had. Thank you for giving it your all. I just was, well, guess what? I got there and I said, I'll work on bookings tomorrow because we closed it, that night late on the 31st. Thank goodness I only had 1 party and I had got all the other ones closed. So you know what I did? I worked on yesterday, my job the whole day. Well, most of the day, I don't work the whole day, but for an hour or 2 here and there, I worked on bookings. And do you know that those people must have heard from her or whatever, but I worked on the everybody won and, that kind of thing, and the $15 credit and all that. And so I got 5 bookings yesterday, 5 bookings because I needed some more September bookings. So I worked on it, and you know what? I gave prizes away and I said, da, 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 da. And they wrote me back and I spent my day just texting people. And that's what I love about Table is it gives me the time not to have to create what I'm doing, but for me to spend time with the people. And that's why my parties are big because I only had 7 parties and my party sales were 8,700. And so to me, it works if you just work the party because you can make a party be a big party just by giving it a little effort that day or that week or whatever, and just reach out to those people. And so I just spend my time doing that every day.
Gail, I think for you, again, with the experience you have in your business and also your gregarious personality, when you, okay, so like you yesterday, you got 5 bookings and you said you did everybody wins, which I think we understand, but could be just a little bit more specific about a message you might have sent to someone about.
Okay. Yeah. I just basically, in my party, I post, here are the winners, and I pick a bunch of winners, and I'm really strategic of who I pick because I look at the people that have ordered. Maybe they didn't order a lot. I kind of look at it and say, because even some of mine that order $100 worth, they might want to have a party. So I kind of look at the people, but then I pick on a lot of the people that didn't order at all. Okay. And so those are my party winners. And so I send them the message, but I've
How do you
gotten,
send the message? Do you put a message in the party too that they won?
yep,
Okay.
I do. I have a big post that
So
I
Karen won. So Karen won.
no,
So
no, a
then,
bunch. Yeah, I have here are my party winners, and then I list them all and I tag every one of them.
oh,
So
okay.
some of them see it in the party because you can tag on table.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
some of them see it, and it says something about contact me, let me know you saw this to see what you want.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So I've changed that because I used to not, do it. Now you've got to let me know you saw it. Okay. So
Okay.
they message me. If they don't message me, I give them maybe an hour. If they don't message me, then I send them a message saying, "Congratulations, surprise! Did you see you're a winner?" And message me back to see that you got this message. And then they message me back. So they message me back, and that's what I wasn't doing is message me back
And
stuff.
that's a text message. That's a text
Yeah,
message.
and I'm doing text messages with all these people because I have all their phone numbers, and
Okay.
I'm not doing Facebook where I don't know I have to do it on Facebook.
Right.
I have all their phone numbers. Okay, so I texting them on their phone, and they message me back. Now, if they don't message me back, then I go back another day and say, "Oh, I know you're busy. I just wondered if you saw my message." And some of them will say, "I just want the e-cookbook," and I'll go, "Great, thank you so much," and I'll send them the e-cookbook. And if they don't message me, I mean, if they message me back and they say they're interested, like, what did I get? Then, I can tell by their enthusiasm, and I write them back, and I write them, back and tell them the little message about what they're getting,
Tell them, what is your message?
and my message says, I don't,
You don't have to be verbatim. Yeah.
okay, but it basically says, and I take out, see, when, well, how they're going to help out the host, but I'm picking a winner, but I would love to upgrade your e-cookbook to $15 off, and some people do 20. I've just learned that,
Yeah.
you can do amount, it doesn't matter, but 15 or $20. And I'll upgrade that to $15 off at your party when we do an easy online party, where all you have to do is invite your friends, and I post and do all the rest. And so, would you like to give it a try? So that's basically what it says. Would you like to give it a try? And then sometimes, depending on their enthusiasm, I'll add in there, I'd love to party with you and your friends, at the very end. And then just little emojis and smiley face. And then I send them that. And then they write me back. And sometimes they'll say, yeah, I could help, I would help her out, and I'll do it and that kind of stuff. And so it's kind of like, um, you know, some of them just kind of are waiting. I'm really blown away that they want to do it. And some of them never even ordered at the party. One of them wrote me back and says, "Well, I didn't order anything at the party." And I said, "That's okay. You're still a party winner."
Yeah, that's
She
awesome.
was thinking like, I didn't win anything. I mean, I didn't
I'm
order
not
anything.
worthy. I'm not
I'm
worthy.
not
Yeah.
worthy of it. And I'm like going, "It's okay. You can still win a party prize because you were in our party. You were in
Yeah.
our table party, and we're so glad you were there." Because I say something about you helped make our party a success. That
Mhm.
I say that little line in there, and letting them know that it doesn't mean that you didn't, because I don't go on participation like y'all do in Facebook, because they don't participate in table. They just see it and they come back to it. They just don't say a whole lot. So that's what I do.
I'm
And
writing
that,
that down. You help make our party a success. I like how you word that.
yeah, you help make our party a success. And that's up there when I say that I'm gonna give them the 15 to, before I say,
Yes. Excellent.
Congratulations that you've won a party prize. Thank you for helping make our party a success." And so and so they're like, "Oh, I did
I
something
love
great."
that. I love
And
that.
then they write you back. But anyway, so this party, so I got, one booking at I had several parties I had to work on, and I got one booking at one party and one booking another party. But then this one party, the one that was the $700, $18 party, that these people were like thrown in there at the last minute. I mean, that one, that's the one I got 3 bookings at, and it was amazing. I mean, they're like, so I'm getting host packets ready, and I would just pick out with this host. I knew she was going to get inundated with September parties because they were all booking September parties. And I was like, okay, this week, and this week. So I'd have to get one to tell me what date. Do you want this date or this date? And then I would narrow it down so that woman, that's the host, the past host, doesn't spend 40% off in one day, like
Right.
3 times. So one party, 1 week, one party, and I
Right.
spaced it out. And then I told them we'll do and they said, "I want to do a party like Michelle did." I said, "Oh, we're going to do a party like that, but we're going to change themes, so you'll have a different theme than she did." And they're like, "Oh, great," So that's what's so nice. And now we have the dinners on a dime, which is a new party that is so wonderful that we got a new theme to do and budget friendly $3 meals. And so I'm excited about doing that party. So
Excellent. Well, Gail, again, you're an inspiration as usual. And it's great to hear some of the specific tips you've done. And again, to recognize that Pampered Chef does have our back, and they give us gifts, and they give us the gift of, like this month, the free holiday products for doing our business. And the 60% off items they offer every month. So it's just up to us to use those tools to our benefit and to our host benefit. So
yeah, and and I know a lot of people have been doing where you want everybody won. I just had to keep tweaking it till I get it how it's going to work for me, because what works for Sonia and Aaron and all those people, they got to do theirs their way, but I got to do mine my way. So I took what
yes.
they said and I just edited it to make it work for me and my
Right.
table parties.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually with Marna, last week, and I watched her, get 6 bookings in an hour, doing the Everybody Wins. And, like you say, you try it, and if it doesn't work as well as you want, you tweak it to yours, so, start out somewhere. And, sometimes you have to be willing to fail a little bit before you learn from it, and, tweak it. And
Yeah.
you found your little
And I've been
niche.
doing it for a while, but the other day I said, why is this not working for me? And so, I figured out what was not working for me and I've changed it. And that's what I'm saying. If you just
Yes.
do that and just don't give up. I mean, that's the
No.
thing. If you just say, I just can't do this, you know what? Then you failed. And if you just keep trying, you'll get it right eventually.
Sure will.
It just may take you a little bit longer than
Yeah.
some people. Which is
Yeah.
okay.
So we all have challenges, right?
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
comes easy for you comes hard for me, and vice versa, So that's why we learn from each other. So thank you for taking the time to help us learn and help us out. So thank you, Gail, and keep up the
You're
great
welcome.
work.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks
Have a
for
great,
inviting me.
you're
Yeah. Have
so
a good one.
welcome.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye bye.